Let's talk Tanya for the 26th of Teves. Yesterday, we discussed the first fundamental principle in the service of Hashem, of the Beinoni, which is the importance of using the mind to generate holy feelings. But what if it doesn't work? What if I use my mind, I contemplate, I meditate, and the feelings just aren't coming? Here's where the Alter Rebbe is going to introduce us to the second Klal Gadol, the second fundamental principle. Alter Rebbe says sometimes it's just due to who you are, due to your spiritual makeup. Regardless of how much you're going to use your mind, you're not going to come up with, and you're not going to be able to generate blazing, passionate feelings for God, for holiness. However, what you could come up with is what we call intellectual emotions, cold emotions. Now, what does it mean, intellectual emotions? Intellect, by its nature, is objective. Emotions, by its very nature, is subjective. Emotions is, I like something, or I don't like something, or I feel a certain way about something. Whereas intellect is objective, it's just analyzing the thing in a very abstract, theoretical way. But sometimes the intellect could become subjective also. I thought about something enough to the point that my mind is telling me, this is something I really should be doing. This is something I really should be enjoying. If you can reach that space and that place, that is good enough. It's very possible that that is your limit, that is your max, and if that's all that you can reach, that's all that is expected of you. Because ultimately, those intellectual emotions, they also bring you to Torah and mitzvahs. And not only they bring you to Torah and mitzvahs, they also add something to the Torah and mitzvahs. Let me give you an example to illustrate. So let's say you have, your best friend is getting married. And comes the day of the wedding, you had a tough day at work. You're really, really not in the mood of going and dancing. It's actually the last thing that you want to do. But your best friend is getting married. What do? So option number one, not going obviously is not an option. So option number one is, okay, you schlep yourself to the wedding and you dance. But you're not going to be in a very festive mood, and you're not going to be stepping very lively while you're dancing. Although while you're there, maybe your mood will shift, but definitely for the first while that you're there. Another option is you sit down before you go to the wedding, you sit down for 5 minutes, think about your friend, think about how much you love your friend. Think about how important and special this day is for your friend. And if you sit for 5 minutes and you think about that, what's going to happen? There are two options. One option is that contemplation actually is going to change your feelings. And you're actually going to now be in the mood of dancing, in the mood of going to the wedding. You're going to come with a genuine smile on your face. But even if that doesn't happen, even if you can't create real blazing emotions, what will happen is you will create intellectual emotions. In your mind, you'll say, yeah, I should go, and I should dance, and I should be smiling. And your behavior and your disposition at the wedding is going to be very different than if you had not had that meditation at all beforehand, because you've created intellectual emotions. Now, real feelings, powerful, passionate feelings, feel good. We like feeling. Who doesn't want to feel a love for God and a passion for Torah and for mitzvahs? And sometimes, if we're going to do the meditation, we're going to do the mind work, the avodah, and we're not going to come up with those feelings, we could be disappointed. So this second big rule, the second Klal Gadol the Alter Rebbe gives us over here is very big. The Alter Rebbe is telling us, you have to know what is a reasonable expectation. And you have to realize that to have that expectation that at all times you're going to have these powerful feelings is unrealistic. What does success look like in this area? In this area, success looks like meditating, contemplating, and arriving at a minimum of these intellectual emotions. If you've done so, you've accomplished the goal. You've done beficha uvelvavcha. You've involved your heart, your emotions, even if it's not the fullest emotions. And this is what is expected of you. In tomorrow's Tanya, we are going to start wrapping up the long way, which we started talking about yesterday.